da ne bi došli praznih ruku, na Balkanu smo ipak, jer tak, kaj oni znaju, kaj mi radimo. U gosta ne može doći praznih ruku. Nisam uzeo ciglu, kave i čokoladu, sorry, a bilo bi premalo. Imam zato vrećicu. Guys, do everybody speak English? Guys, I have something for you. Do you understand me? I have not come empty-handed. I bear gifts. Okay. This is the best Croatian sweets, cookies that you can buy, and you can. So I brought you to try it. And you will later, you will tell me what is the taste. Do you like it? And you can compare it to the normal stuff that you eat at home or somewhere else. Okay. So please distribute to everybody or wherever you have. You are now responsible. Everything is different, so you have to try everything. Everything. Like Elfyn is tasting his car today.
Do we have a whole day?
Yes, and yes, you have a whole day. Like he's tasting car, you have to taste everything today, and later you will give me a full review of everything. Okay. What do you like or you don't like? If you like something very good, I will bring it again on rally. You like it?
Let's see. Maybe I like it. The idea I like it, but let's see the product.
Okay. The start is okay?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, can you introduce yourselves to Croatian people and explain what do you do, where are you from?
Hello, my name is Ville. I'm coming from Finland and I'm working in Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally Team. I'm the lead mechanic.
You are chief mechanic just on test team or?
Yes, just on the testing.
Okay. What is the difference between chief mechanic on testing and on race?
Good question. Maybe not so big difference, but I think though they are quite similar on the test and rallies.
But maybe there is a less pressure on test days than on rally?
Can be, but also can be some days different. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, what is the difference today? Today is raining. Yesterday was +20, today is +5. What do you expect on the car performance or maybe how to adjust everything on the car? What do you expect differently?
So we put the wet overalls because to our own comfortable. But I think on the car wise we go a bit softer springs and dampers and
try it. Okay. What do you do here? What's your name?
No, it's okay.
You don't have a name?
No.
What do you do? Where are you from?
No, I don't want to do an interview. Thank you.
Yeah, but we are just talking as friends. Nobody knows.
I know that.
No, he doesn't have tape inside.
Yeah. Nowadays you don't need a tape.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
so it's not tape.
No, not tape.
Where are you from?
Cologne, actually.
Yeah. How do you like it working here?
It's nice.
Yeah. You look pretty young. How old are you?
I look what?
Young.
Young. Yeah, I'm 25.
Yeah. You just got out of the school and you're already working on Toyota.
No, not like this.
No?
I worked 3 years in a normal dealership.
As what?
Mechanic.
Yeah, on what cars?
Kia, Suzuki, Honda.
Have you worked on the Golf Mark II 1.6 diesel?
I was not even born in this time.
Yeah, but you have to know these things.
Why?
Because if you know how to tighten correctly the head bolts on Golf Mark II 1.6 diesel, then you know everything about WRC cars.
Why? What's special with them?
Yeah, because you can do it here in the mud. You can change everything. So it's a quite good practice for this kind of job. I think everything is much easier after you work on Golf Mark II 1.6.
So I think I need to buy one and try it at home.
I mean, if it's too hard for you, maybe I can organize some crowdfunding for you. I mean, we can gather maybe 500 euros and buy it.
I was going to say, I think at least in Germany I get them quite easily.
Yeah, for sure. But you have to have one because
I will consider it.
you will have some issues with the car. But working on this car after that will be quite easy, and you will have a smile like this.
Who knows? Let's see. Maybe I need to invest into one.
What is your main occupation here?
Just working as an engine mechanic.
What do you check?
Literally everything that's inside the bonnet or like under the bonnet.
Yeah, and what kind of issues do you probably have?
Yeah, like some hoses rubbing off and some leakages, cables broken. It's like the easiest, most visible thing I would say.
Is there a driver between the team who breaks more things than the other driver?
At least I'm not that long in the team, so at least for my understanding, what I've had during tests, it's not nothing
problem.
really special for anybody.
Did you change something with the alternator for this race?
It's not my part actually. I'm just for the engine.
But the alternator is on the engine.
Who knows?
You're doing everything mechanic, but when it comes to electronics like alternator, then it's I don't want to know anything about it.
And then we have special electronic guys.
Where is he? He's hiding. Somewhere hiding. Ah, he's in the back.
Back on the car.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I will watch for your job today.
Okay.
I will let you know later if I think you are high qualified or qualified good enough. I will let you know.
Then I will wait for it.
Yeah. Just wait. Don't worry. I think you will be okay. But after you got Golf Mark II,
I will be better.
you will be maximum. You'll be top guy here. Okay, we are 3 runs into the test. How is everything looking for you now?
So far, so good. Still a bit wet, but I think part of the game today.
You are trying also with the dry tires, with the super softs on the wet.
Yeah, we try different options on the what those effect on these conditions now.
Excellent. You have a lot of guys here. Everybody seems to be quite competent. How do you manage to keep good morale and good relationship with everybody within the team?
I don't know, but we are quite good people here, and we play on one team, one dream spirit on all the time. So it's quite easy to working with these guys.
So maybe do you have a feeling that this car is yours, the racing car, because you have such a good care about it? Maybe do you have a feeling like it's your baby or your child or your best friend? I don't know.
No, maybe kind of. You need to think about slightly like that, but still, it's just a car.
You don't have you have some emotional connection with the car or not?
All cars I have, but this is not so special. But
Do you have a favorite racing car maybe?
good question. I don't know. Maybe this is maybe one of those.
What makes it so special?
I don't know. It is. To build it like a rally car, so it's like in the very beginning. It's why not?
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Sven.
What do you do, Sven, here on this right rear corner?
Test mechanics on the rear right.
Yeah. You look out of every part just on this part.
Yeah, this is look all the rear right parts.
What happens if the guy on the opposite side gets sick and you have to fill in? Do you say, I don't know anything about left side, I only work on the right side?
Work on the rear left and the right.
You don't have problem with left or right? Everything is the same for you?
Yeah, everything.
You're quite an universal guy. Thank you. What do you expect for today? How much work will you have on this test today if nothing especially happens? What is your usual expectation of the day?
Let's see what happens. Maybe not so much on the normal on the tarmac. It's quite easy. But if you compare some rough gravel, then you have a lot to do. But this should be quite easy, if nothing special.
What is so special about hard gravel that you have to do in the testing?
And the car is a little bit like a wearing a bit everywhere. So bearings, the bodywork, some cards or floors are a bit damaging more on the gravel.
S nama je tu test menadžer, ali ima fetiš na gume isto kao i ja. I have the same fetish as you, tires.
Okay.
We both like something that nobody else likes.
Yeah, it's maybe.
Yeah, everybody thinks they are just wearing out, they are round and not so much. But crucially, they are boots for the car. Because if the drivers don't have good boots, he can slide and he can...
Yeah, that's true. It's only like small pieces what going in ground.
Yes, and no matter how big power you have or how good suspension you have set up, if the tire is not right, correct, or the tire pressure is not good, then everything changes.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Can you explain to me, you told me just now that there is a big difference in tires for Rally 1 and other rally cars. What is the biggest difference?
Actually, I think both compound is more hard compared to like tires what normal rally driver using. It's always, and also it's more strong, meaning it's...
For punctures?
Yeah, for the punctures, yes.
And they use different compounds because of the power of the car or the higher level of driving?
More power of the car. I think this is the main reason. Of course, it's the top drivers also, but car make big difference.
I see that on tarmac you don't have so much issue with the tires. Is there any difference on the gravel maybe?
Yeah, the brand what we're using now, it's working quite well in the tarmac. It's not any main reason.
Okay, and on the gravel what happens?
Something small issue.
Yeah, I saw that the laminations and overheating occurs.
Yeah, quite a lot of puncture coming in the rough rallies, but it's like that at the moment.
Yeah, it's same for everybody, so...
Yeah, that's true, it's same everybody, and I think so they make some new tires for the next year, and or even this year coming couple new, and I think so it's going better direction all the time.
What would be the difference if you know?
It's coming a little bit stronger.
Resistant to punctures?
Yes, and also like first time we're using in a little bit soft compound tire in Kenya. And before that soft tire is a little bit too hard. It's meaning soft and hard is too close together. But now it's a little bit different and it looks like that new soft working quite okay. Okay, Kenya is very special event and it's a lot of puncture coming, but we'll see when we're going like a normal gravel rallies, it's how it's working.
Do you have a favorite tire pressure?
1.8.
180?
Yeah.
Not 181, not
No,
185? 180. Okay.
It's easier.
I'm a guy 1.9 front, 1.8 in the rears.
Normally we're using same pressure in front and rear.
Maybe you can learn something from me. I don't know, maybe. Who
Or
knows?
Sometimes not, but
Have you ever tried cross different tire pressures to cross it?
we try everything.
But you still try to put everything, all four on the same?
Of course, I don't want to tell what's happening.
I will not tell you my experience. Don't worry. I have more secrets than you can imagine.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Cyril.
I expect you are from France?
Yes.
Okay, you are a damper specialist. You are assigned to shock absorbers. What is your main focus? What do you do now?
Just now, in the first, we prep the damper in a workshop, or Reger, the company Reger. Yes. We prep the damper in a shop or in Toyota. And we come here with a new valving, new setting. And we propose 1 or 2 new valving per test. And now just after 2 or 3 days of test, just I think we just compare 2 or 3 different valving, and after the driver his choice for the rally, you know, his spec is more hard or more softer, but and
Do you also use from the last year specifications to compare it to the new ones?
yeah, there is a small the valving is not exactly same, but is a small update, small setup is different, but normally we follow the same line. The last year the car is fine, but just is a small step is more better, you know.
Can you maybe say in percentages, what is these small steps? Is it 1%, 5%?
I don't know. He's a driver. He know is good or is not good. You know, if propose a new setup, it's good. It's okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much. How much responsibility do you have in the car between you and Elfyn?
Yeah, I mean, I think the co-driver has a lot of responsibility. I think every relationship is different, of course. But yeah, the co-driver role as a whole, there's a big responsibility there, a lot of pressure. So yeah, and the job is just not all about reading pace notes, although that is the ultimate, and that's where we take the most pleasure. That's when we're in the competition. But away from that, there's a lot of things behind the scenes before we arrive at an event and during the event. You know, back in the hotel, there's a lot of work goes in to make sure that, you know, everything's right on the day.
How much day per year you spend with Evans together?
I don't know. I didn't think, but at least there's 14 weeks that we have a rally. And then all the test days in between and the PR activities. So I don't know, let's say like 20 weeks, 20 to 25. So it's close to half a year.
And how does your family think about that? I mean, you spend more time with another guy in the car and doing all sorts of things, which is your job, but you spend so much time, and I know you have to be on a really high level of trust and friendship to be together all those every second. I mean, when you're together all day.
Yeah, I mean, the family are used to it. This is something I've done since I left school. So, like, what are we saying now? 25 years. So it's a long time. So let's say the family are used to this lifestyle, and that's what it is. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. Like we touched on, there's a lot of time away. For sure, when now I have kids at home, it's a little bit more difficult to go away. But we tried to balance it. They tried to come to 1 or 2 rallies in the year, which is nice to have their support and to see their faces, you know, at the end of each day. So, but yeah, the commitment and the dedication that you need to do this job, you know, there's a lot of sacrifices. But when you stand on the podium, it kind of all feels worthwhile at that point. So when the success is there, it does help. It does help a lot. But obviously, it's not always roses and champagne. There's the tough times, and that's when you know you got to dig in. And also that's where support from family can also really help. You know, just to everything will be okay, and there is more to life than rallying. It's sometimes hard to believe, but because it does take up a lot of our time. But yeah, the family are amazing. They're behind me 100%. Always have been through thick and thin. So yeah, really, it's a key part. A lot of us, need the support back home, through the good and the bad.
For sure. I mean, you're not just sitting in the car reading pace notes, and maybe people know that you do wrecking for 2 days before the race, but you have to organize so much things and to take care of your driver and yourself, and to manage, so much things that I don't think, can you even explain how much things you do with your job?
No, we would be here all day, and we've got to do some testing today. But yourself, how much the co-driver can help. The more organized, the more calm, the more prepared, the better the rally will be. So, for sure you can't predict everything. You have to, expect the unexpected sometimes. But even coming to a test like this, there's so much preparation we do before. Is it a road we've used before? Is it a rally stage we've used before? Which it is. So it's all that stuff that we're looking at. Even on a test session, we're looking at, right, how similar is this to the rally? Did we use it before? It's all like, I'm going into boxes and boxes of pace notes and paperwork just to discover if this road was used before. And yeah, there's a lot of work. We'd be here all day, explaining it, but yeah, we try to do all the preparation we can. There's a lot of information out there. Working for a team as big as this, we have a lot of resources and a lot of help as well, so we can lean on that for sure. But there's a lot of co-driver jobs that are specific to the co-driver, working with the driver and making sure he's happy and relaxed, and that we've thought about everything.
How difficult mentally is to be co-driver, especially in a team with such high prestige and well-known drivers and other your teammates? How much does it take your effort to keep everything on top of things?
Experience helps a lot. Trying to remember back to the early years, it was so daunting, and I mean by you're coming and there's so many like high spec and high caliber drivers and co-drivers around. You don't feel like you're as experienced and as well prepared as those guys. So for sure in the beginning, it's difficult. There's a lot to try and learn, that you're learning for the first time. But the more that you do it and the more that you practice and the hard work that you do there will pay off the more and more times you do it. For sure, I get a reminder now when I have youngsters, young drivers or co-drivers come to me and ask some questions, and I'm like, wow, that's quite basic. It's quite a simple question, but then I remember what it was like when I was asking them questions. So, and that confirms to me there's a lot of stuff that you just do naturally because you're so used to doing it through experience, and it's like a default, so. Forgetting what you asked, but there's new mental challenges that you have to face. The pressure of the championship. As a young kid, it's you and the driver. That's all you're worried about, your result. Not really the team. You don't have to be a team player. You're just looking after yourselves, and you want to beat everyone. You want to beat everyone in this game, but you have to remember that the team are relying on you to do a good job. And I think it's no secret that within this team, we seem to have a very good working relationship between the crews. Everything's quite open, and and that's that leads to some good success for the team. For sure, there's little things that we work on ourselves, and we know it's only us that benefit from these little things that we keep to ourselves. But as a whole, there's a big team ethic there, and we work well together. So it's nice. It's nice to be part of a team. And like I touched on before, the team, we've got a very experienced and a high caliber of engineers and logistical guys and mechanics, and or you name it. It's everything to support us and to help our jobs be that bit easier. And that helps us deal with the pressure systems that you wouldn't normally get, lower down in, when you're just starting out in your career. So yeah, it's difficult because your steps in your career are changing all the time, and some things are then looked after for you, but then there's new demands, new pressures. So yeah, it's still difficult even with a big team behind you. There's still a lot of demands and a lot of things that you have to do. So yeah, it can be, the mental game is a big part. But for a co-driver, if you can try to be as prepared and work as hard as you can, then you will take care of a lot of the things anyway.
I know that you are in a big fight for the record-breaking sixth title for the second place overall. How do you keep track on stages to make sure that Elfyn doesn't win every race, then he tries to be on top of the standings on the finish of the season, but still try to finish second? How difficult is that?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not the record that we are aiming for, but yeah, it's like we know, it's difficult to. It's a long season. We have the gravel rallies, which are difficult when you're opening the road, like we know. So yeah, so we've led for quite a few years during the season, but never quite led when it matters most. At that final round. 4 points was incredibly close, last year. The year that we went off in Monza, while we were leading going into the final round, and we just slipped off. Had Ogier been ahead of us on the road, I'm sure he would have ended up there. So it's small margins, it's fine lines. I feel like we've learned quite a lot from last year. So I hope that this year we'll tick every box. And hopefully we'll be not second at the end of the year.
Listen, we have a club which is famous for all the members of our club are people who have second places, the most second places. We don't have president; we only have vice president because the president will be first. We hope that next year you can apply for entering our club. Of course, we wouldn't mind if you win. But this year you have still Oliver, Seb, he's having fun and he's still very fast driver. How do you pick up yourself up from second place last year from these small margins and you still convince yourself and believe in yourself, in the team and everybody that you will still able to win, regarding that Solberg is showing extreme speed which nobody expected this year?
Yeah, obviously it was really hard at the end of last year. We came so close, and there was a real positivity, and I really thought, and you have to think like that. You have to be positive. You have to go in thinking you're going to win it, otherwise there's no point. So yeah, it was disappointing, but I just couldn't wait to get the season started again, and we've started strong. All three of us had issues in Kenya, so it kind of balanced itself out there. But yeah, we're here to do a job. It's what we're here to do. It's our passion. We want to win. So this year I'm hoping that we'll win the title, and maybe I'll go for that president role within your motor club.
We don't have president. We only have vice presidents. You don't get it. We only accept second places.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not coming.
We will see. Time will tell. But if you need some secrets about Croatia, I'm sure I can tell you, but I will not. I'm keeping to myself because I know everything the best. Because I'm me. And
I should have done a deal with you that you tell me these secrets and then I do the interview. I slipped up there.
we can do it like this. I will tell you the secrets, and replace you while you're co-driving. Let me be the co-driver. I will not read pace notes. I will just tell him, start of the stage, full throttle, and this is the finish of the stage.
Oh yeah, good idea. So you tell me the little secrets, and then you can jump in the rally car.
Listen, you have lots of fans in Croatia. We definitely wish you good luck, and we know that you will be in the fight for the title. If you make it to be the second, we will greet you. If not, next year we'll be wait again. But for sure, we want you to have good fun. We wish you good luck and try to be the first on the finish line. To win, you have to finish, and to finish, you have to be first.
Exactly, yeah. And no, thanks, and it's great to be back here in Croatia. We've got some great memories here. You know, some special place in my heart for sure. So really happy to be back, and we've won here before, so there's no reason why we can't do it again.
Yeah, we will edit it later, but there is no more stage Kumrovec, which you were brilliant on that stage, and I'm sorry for that because that was really a good option for you to make a good stage results. Totally different stage this year. What do you expect from these stages? What kind of level of difficulty do you think it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be difficult. It depends on the weather as well, but like we're witnessing now and looking at the forecast for the next couple of days, I think we can have some wet and muddy conditions. Let's see how many anti-cut blocks there is on the stages, which obviously keeps the road a bit, you know, drier and cleaner. But being first on the road, it's a bit of advantage, you know, when the weather's difficult. So let's see. We've been here before. I don't expect it to be so different, but you know, we'll have a look at you know, the information we have at home before we arrive. Also, there's 3 stages we've done before, so we know that. So let's wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it.
If you need some extra info, just call me.
Sure, I'll get your number.
If we do
Check front right also. Delay front right to check.
Gwyndaf Evans, you're one of my heroes. Getting started to this rally sport, I watched you many times on VHH tapes, no internet, nothing. Remembering you were a bus driver, driving a rally, and you were driving extremely fast, extremely flamboyant. It was an era which had extremely nice cars, nice sounding cars, fast cars, and you were one of the drivers. You had a very competitive championship, and now I want to ask you, you have your whole career behind you, and you have a son who is trying to fight for the world title. I mean, okay. And when I put myself in that position, I mean, I can cry. How do you feel about that?
We're still on a journey, so I don't let myself have time for that. So basically, we're still on the journey and we've still got a job to do, and we still want to try and get that title.
How much effort do you put in mentally trying to win that title? You and your son and everybody in the team.
I mean, obviously, Elfyn works a lot harder than I do. Nobody can question the energy and the work he puts in. But I think every elite sportsman have to do if they want to succeed at the top level. Myself, yeah, I do the RNC job mainly for him, and I'm there basically as if he wants something or if he wants an independent, honest opinion, he gets it off me, whether he likes it or not, if you understand. So I think that is handy sometimes. And of course, give him support.
When you give to him these honest opinions, when he doesn't believe that this is true, what you say to him, some kind of advice or something, does that change in the future? Let's say in retrospective, he says, maybe you are right about this, maybe I should take a different approach.
No, I mean, you know, sons and fathers, they never admit that father is correct. Come on. But, you know, we share things and share things, you know, and he takes probably, I don't know, 20% of it. But at least if he takes 20% of it, that's good, you know. Of course, you know, he's a man of himself at the moment. He, you know, he's now gone to a level that far exceeded my level, and he's far more experienced in a way than I am now, doing so many different rallies in so many different countries. But sometimes the old experience gives you 10 or maybe 20%. Ah, yes, in the old days we used to do this, and oh yeah, that some things haven't changed.
For sure. Let's say, what did you expect from Elfyn when he was growing up, when he was starting with Micra F1000? How far do you think he will go? How long will he be racing?
I think I answered the question before you mentioned the Micra. I hoped he was going to be a footballer.
Why? More money?
More money and maybe only a broken leg, you know. A bit safer and less worrying for me. But no, you know, at the end of the day, everybody has their own lives, and I think it's important to support the person for the life he takes. As long as he takes a career, doesn't matter what it is, because my daughter's a lawyer, which is completely different, not really that interested in cars, but for me it doesn't matter, as long as they put the energy and put the effort behind their careers. And Elfyn has done that. Going back to the Micra, initially in a Micra, I was so busy in my own little world. I'm a little bit selfish at that, and I think you've got to be a little bit selfish to reach the top. So I was doing my own thing quite a lot. I was happy to see him do it, but I was a little bit afraid at that point, and he wasn't showing anything magical at that stage. Although, when he was about 13 years of age, we did some banger racing around the fields. He did show potential then. I thought, ooh, he's going, you know, he's winning little cups and what have you, and I thought, maybe, you know. But I think it was in the Fiesta days, in the R2s and the ST2s cars, I got a lot more involved in all the sorts of support then. I put my life really to help him. And I remember sitting in with him in Finland testing in the R2 Fiesta, and I remember coming out of the car and saying, okay, I can't teach you anymore, because it was impressive, and I knew it was something special then.
I heard that you could only support him financially until some point.
That's 100% right. I mean, once you know, his ambition was to go to four-wheel drive cars and to more expensive cars, and I said, I'm sorry.
Elfyn is 5-time second overall in championship. How much is he pushing for the record-breaking 6-time second place?
He's not pushing at all. He's only pushing for first.
Yeah, but he's then, I mean, he's really trying to make it look really close, and he does it really good, but he's able to manage 5 second places. I mean, he's tied with Thierry, and he needs to push it to give a sixth one. You know, it's maybe not. Maybe history will not allow to repeat that kind of thing.
No, there is no guarantees in this world, and at the end of the day, I don't believe we are going to change a lot this year. Obviously, we are working on a couple of weaker areas, which is not much, but you know, there's a few points.
Sorry, like what?
Well, we gave a few points away last year. Sometimes when you know, we didn't think Seb was going to do the whole championship for a start. So when Seb was taking points away, it's okay. He's not doing the championship. Why risk? You only need to beat everybody else. So I think there was a little bit of that in the beginning of the season. Obviously not at the end of the season, because we knew then he was more likely going to do the rest of the season. And also, he struggled with with either him or the setup on some of the slow gravel rallies, the rough gravel rallies, where he had to run first on the road. I think he suffered more than he should have sometimes. So that's an area he can work a little bit on. But overall, you know, I think he drove very well last year, overall. And has done, to be fair, for the last 5 years. You don't become runner-up by not driving well, you know? So I think you need a little bit of luck as well. Because, you know, there's many times, like, you know, Monza, when we slipped on the snow. We were within a few kilometers of being world champion. Like, I mean, how close can you be? Like, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I mean, few kilometers is much more than Carlos Sainz. 300 meters from finish line.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of records which takes a lot of effort to try to not finish the rally as close to the finish as possible.
I know, but you know, that's what makes our sport so interesting and so exciting.
Definitely. What do you expect from this race? And I mean, generally from this season. Okay, you have extremely strong lineup in Toyota, and Seb Ogier is still taking vacations, enjoying his family, but you have Solberg now. I mean, what's going on?
It's life. I mean, life never stays still, does it? You've always got somebody new coming along. Look at any formulas in the world. Look at Formula One. It's just the same. What we forget sometimes is how much experience these youngsters have had, you know. Although they're still young and fearless and, you know, clearly very able and very, very, very good, they also have a lot of experience. So it's not a surprise. But it's good for the sport.
No, I definitely, it's good for the sport to have younger drivers, and especially I didn't expect Oliver to have such a good results this year. I don't know, did you expect such a good?
Yes, why not? Because even in the Hyundai days, he showed speed then. And he showed a lot of speed then, but obviously that was a few years ago, and maybe didn't have quite as much experience then, but he has rallied a lot since then. And maybe has learned a little bit as well from that. And the speed, the consistency of speed has come along with him. So no, it's not a big surprise.
Okay, great. What do you expect from the next year's regulations? What do you think what will happen?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think time will tell. I can understand a lot of the reasons, and a lot of it I would agree. I don't know if both categories need to be so close. I think there should always be a Formula One, if you know what I mean, as a WRC 1. But equally, I think the Formula 2, or WRC 2, should be able to show closeness. So at least then you know, well, if he was in an F1, he would be quick. And that's what you can do with motor racing. If you see somebody exceptional in Formula 2, they can calculate what he would be like in Formula 1.
Yes.
And I think that's all that was necessary. I understand the space frame concept of making the car safer. I mean, I'm all for that, so I think that's a good point. I'm all about saving money to a degree. But yeah, we'll see. I think it'll develop again. I think it's too early days to comment too much about it. But at least they're trying to change and to make progress. So that's positive.
For me, my opinion is that they can make few tweaks, like making a larger restrictor or no restrictor at all, or they can make the car much louder than they are. I mean, they are quite fast cars even now. If they make extra, let's say like Rally 1 cars, they make 100 horses extra power on Rally 2 cars, even 100 something horsepower extra, it will be a different story.
Absolutely, and obviously I was not involved in the rules or what have we, and I think we have to respect the people that have done it and give it a chance. Give it a chance. I mean, you know, at least I'm sure they've all got rallying, spectators and safety at heart, and that's the main thing.
Okay, I want to tell you that we wish you and your son and your family good luck here in Croatia. You have lots of support here in Croatia, especially for your family, and we hope to see that you win and to be close to the first place at the end of the year.
I don't want to be close. We want to do it. Thank you.
Elfyn, really nice to see you. We managed to take a look how the pre-event test looks like. How you communicate with the engineer, with the co-driver, the mechanics. Everything looks extremely top-notch, really perfect. How do you spend this day? In what way? What is your mindset, and what do you expect after this day? What do you expect?
It's always a difficult dilemma in a way, what to work on these test days. We have so few of them, and of course today we have, you know, quite extreme conditions in a way. It's very wet, it's very muddy, so there's obviously a chance that you get this on the rally, but there's also a chance that you don't. So of course we have to work a bit in this direction, but you also have to try and keep an open mind, let's say. I think it's important to also try to understand the tyre, because in the end, when you have these extreme conditions, it's often the tyre that makes the biggest difference. So yeah, of course we're working through some stuff. You're trying to learn as much as you can for this condition, and then we'll probably have to rely a lot on past information and data to set up the car if the rally is dry then.
This is the first proper tarmac rally this year, and you see there are some new stages. I mean, lots of them. And have you seen any footage from it? And what do you expect from these kind of stages?
Yeah, we're watching a little bit the organizer video. It's hard to remember them all. It's all a bit of a boring job, let's say, to sit there watching a silent video. But yeah, we try to get a feel for the stages. I think in many ways they look quite demanding, quite a lot of crests, quite blind in many places, but there's also sections which are more fast. It looks like, again, there's a lot of cutting, which has always been a big factor in this rally. We're yet to see how much influence of anti-cuts the organizer planned to use during the rally. This is something we're going to have to deal with on the recce, of course, and try to make the best notes possible.
This year, sadly, there is no special stage Kumrovec, which you are master of the last power stage, as you remember from the previous years. Do you miss that kind of stage? What did you feel when you were driving that kind of stage?
I didn't feel like a master of it, that's sure. I mean, it was a very tough stage, especially to finish the rally. Always difficult, one wheel in the cut always, and yeah, it was always a stage where you were always felt on the edge, doesn't matter how fast you drove. So maybe this one we won't miss so much.
You are on the verge to become the best second Finnish driver in the history. How hard are you trying to beat that record?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's definitely not the record you really want to have, but it shows being close many times. But yeah, we need a little something extra, it looks like, to take a title. So the goal is always to try to improve and to try to be one better next year.
I'm sure that I know I've spoken with your father, and he told me that you are pushing quite hard to achieve that title. and with Seb Borgier taking some absence of some rallies, but now you have Oliver, who is extremely difficult guy to fight with. What do you expect from Oliver this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's the World Championship at the end of the day. It's normal to have very tough competition. You know, you're fighting against the best in the world, so that we know. You know that the competition is always going to be tough, but I don't tend to look too much at the others. You can only control what I can do, and that's the target, is to do the best job I can.
What do you think Welsh people will become first? World champion in rally or world champion in soccer?
I think the football team maybe need a bit more work, maybe even than I do. I don't really follow football, but yeah, let's wait and see. You never know how things go, but of course I will try my best to make it that it's a first World Rally Championship first.
I just want to tell you have lots of fans here in Croatia. There will be plenty of people to support you. We wish you good luck. I will comment you on your drive. And for now, the biggest issue I have with watching you and commenting you is your aggressive style of driving when you're sitting in the seat. And I always explain to people that this is your way of driving, that everything is okay, that there will be no issues. Is there any difference for you when you drive relaxed or when you drive such an aggressive style?
Yeah, I don't feel it looks very aggressive. I don't know if really it's that aggressive in terms of application always, but part of the problem is that I'm a bit too big to fit in the car, so I seem to be on top of the wheel, but I don't really have anywhere to go. You know, I'm quite a big guy to be in a very small cockpit, so this is part of the issue, let's say. But hey, you know, I just have to drive. I don't think about that when I'm driving, and I just get on with the job.
Okay. Just one final question. Autograph?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay.